Talking about the new rules for sex, love, marriage, and rock and roll with Dr. Tabitha, our relationship expert. All right, conventional wisdom was always don't go to bed angry. I'm the kind of person who I got to cool down and I got to make an appointment to talk about whatever. What's the best thing to do?
Yeah. Well, you're like a lot of men. A lot of men, the research shows, get emotionally flooded, which means when all of that drama starts going on with an argument, even if it's a small-scale argument, your blood pressure starts to rise, your heart rate increases, you may start to sweat, and you actually, there's research that shows it overwhelms men, typically more than women, and to where it makes you shut down. And so you need a break. Men need a break.
But
more
you ladies.
So than women. I know. I'm coming around the house to Derek, but I need to talk. I need to still vent. But, you know, it really is good to take a time out and at least communicate that. Don't walk out the door and shut down and not say, look, let's talk about this later. We can talk about it, you know, in a few hours. Just let me calm down, as long as you communicate that. Because
so
if you just walk out the door,
and
yeah,
say, look,
absolutely.
we're not going to let this go. We'll definitely talk about it,
Yep.
you know, maybe in about 2-3 hours.
Yep, absolutely.
So that assuages everybody. Money matters, one of the leading causes of divorce.
Yep.
A lot of people say, okay, well, we don't need to talk about this till we're married. That's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. You need to start disclosing some of that in your dating relationship. And obviously, you know, use some discretion. You don't want to just throw everything out there. But you do want to think about, if you're starting to get more serious, you know, if you're the tightwad or if you're the, you know, do all types of day trading with stocks and lose all kinds of money at once, and or if you just love to go shopping, you need to start disclosing those things, because that's going to be a big deal when you get married. And so people need to go in, you know, eyes wide open. If there's lots of debt or whatever it may be, people know what they're getting into.
All right, and finally, you know, we get so confused about what our roles are supposed to be.
Yeah.
The fact is, it's okay for guys to open doors, and women love being pursued and know that they're loved.
Yep. That's one of those things that still hasn't changed. You know, there's a lot of push about women's independence, and I can pursue a man if I want to, which is true. But by and large, the research still shows women still want to be pursued, both in dating and in marriage.
And you know what? Some of us guys do, too.
Right.
846, follow Dr. Tabitha on Twitter. Just search at Dr. Tabitha. Always good to have you.
Thanks.
Here. Time check now is 8:46.